Well, first look, you can tell he's been retired for a while because he's been playing a lot of golf. You can clearly see. I mean, there's not much to say about his swing. I mean, he's on plane. He sort of brings it back. I mean, put it again. On
like he brings it up really nice through the hands.
Nice and short. Good rotation with the hips. I mean,
club face is quite neutral, so he's not going to be biased whether he plays a draw or a fade. He can play it pretty straight.
Nicely, shallows it out. Potentially better swing than mine, to be honest.
It's a lot better than my serve. If anything, you might want maybe like a little bit of a stronger fade so you can turn it a little bit harder and get a little bit more speed.
A stronger ball flight.
Maybe a little bit stronger ball flight, especially when it gets a little windy. But
out of 10 for an amateur, considering he's not a pro, I'd give it 8.5 to 9.
Considering someone who's played tennis at this level, it's pretty stinking good. Naturally, in any sport or any profession, whether it's golf or tennis or even something else, you need to spend time on it. The technique of golf is quite tricky naturally, so you do need to spend a lot of time, and that's what we've done for quite some time.
We're still trying to.
We're still trying to. We spend 40 plus hours a week trying to do it, and it's still things to improve on and working a lot. So
you can see when you look at Andy Murray's swing, you can definitely sort of like all his fundamentals are really good. He's got a really good posture. Like his club is pretty much on plane. I mean, it's really good.
Yeah,
I mean,
and the thing with
his grip is good as well. He shallows it out nicely, so there's not much to say. I'd say at first sight a little stiffer. It's definitely a little bit more like maybe more strength involved, or I don't know. A little stiffer. He could move his hips a little bit more, but he's a strong boy.
Yeah, you can definitely see the athletic built of the golf swing. Obviously, he's moving it really nice. He can produce a lot of speeds. He can play a little nice fade. You can sort of see that. If I was a golf coach, I would probably try to get a little bit less, extending with the lower body, create a little bit more space with your lower body so you can, not necessarily
get more space and bring the club more in front of him, like
to get it more in front of him.
Steep,
You can tell he tries to do a little bit of this motion, which gets a little bit too far left and
like sort of cuts. He's probably a natural fader of the ball. He'll probably struggle to draw it, but
face you could have a little bit stronger too, together with that little extra space in the hips. But again, it's so athletic.
Hand-eye coordination, he's clearly really good with it, and he's athletic. So I mean, I'd give it a 7.5 to 8, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. And
good
this
balance, good balance. I like the balance.
Absolutely.
He's worked on his backswing. That's one thing you can tell. He's worked on his backswing.
Pretty neutral grip, I would say. It looks like. You can see a little bit right there. You see that little bit extension.
Yeah, the extension there. He could sort of lose it right.
Which could come from an open face too, that he doesn't want to create that space because the face is open. But yeah, I feel like there's two sort of pieces to that puzzle, if you will. The club face needs to get a little bit stronger because that way he can feel like he can turn a little bit more and get away from sort of this sort of extension move. I think in the long run that's going to benefit him. But then also try to feel like there's a little bit more sort of depth in the hips and the lower body area.
I think, if I could add one more thing, I think it's in the backswing, he tends to like turn his like sort of shoulder like this instead of sort of like being more like, instead of turning like this, he could sort of turn a bit more like this with a stronger shot. It's going to give him more space in the hip, and then he can sort of like bring it back in front of him a little bit better.
I wish I looked that athletic though when I was playing golf. He's
huge. I just throw it out there that he used to be one of my favorite players. When he won Roland Garros, I think was it 2005 now? I can't remember which year he won, but he used to be my favorite player.
He's definitely got a really nice fluid motion, I think. I will say he kind of pulls the club in quite a bit in the takeaway. So
but I don't mind that, sort of like.
But the only thing is that sort of leads to him getting a little bit across the line at the top, and then from there he kind of gets a little bit underneath it. So if you see, kind of gets a little bit on the inside, and then from there it's a little bit cupped this way.
Yeah, I mean he brings it back pretty nicely, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lower body's pretty quiet, and then he sort of like shallows it out quite nicely. I mean, good rotation through the rope, good balance through the impact. My tennis does not look that pretty, honestly. And I'm a good tennis player, honestly. I'm not going to throw myself flowers, but I'm a decent tennis player, and I don't think my forehand or anything would look that solid.
No.
Potentially just as good as Andy Murray.
Yeah.
I would love to be meaner and more ruthless, but it's
I can't.
It's too good. You know what I mean? I would love to be able to tell him, listen, just stick to tennis, you know, but I can't, you know, it's actually really good. You know?
I think the things that we're talking about in all these swings are very picky. They're very like, very picky, you know, they might improve them a little bit, but in the grand scheme of things, it's really good. It's really good, It's, you know. I like this move. I really do. He's standing close to the ball. I like that backswing. He kind of gets it through the hands really nice.
Cross on top.
A little bit of cross on the top.
Shallows it out
again,
nicely.
He comes in a little bit underneath again, but I think he solves it really nice. You know, you can tell he sort of aims a little right and tries to play a little draw in there. Maybe a fade you can work on a little bit, but
he's a little bit behind it. He's got his right shoulder a little bit sort of stuck behind it, so like which sort of like will sort of struggle to sort of if you could bring it
get
up,
the club in front of him.
If you could bring it in front a little bit more, and it'll sort of help him like have a couple more different shots instead of just sort of a scoopy draw. Well, it's a bit mean, but it's still pretty good.
It's hard to play a pull fade from this right
exactly
here.
Right. Like if I were him, I would just sort of work on like trying to like be a bit more like this, be more like deeper in the right hip, but then like sort of bring it more in front of him. That's what I would do really, because it's pretty good.
I love the tempo though. He kind of
balance again, and then it's got
gives
some
himself
nice
plenty of time in the backswing, and then he can shift the weight. And, it's really nice.
That's the one.
I've seen Tim Henman on the fairways out here around London quite a few times, so nice. It's got sort of the sort of like an old school finish like that. I like it, you know.
Yeah.
It's got the hands like close to the shoulders.
Yeah. A little short and compact and nice.
It's good work on this.
But you can tell from here, hands out a little in front of him, but here he shallows it out really nice.
Really good, yeah.
Instead of kind of getting across it and over the top.
He shallows it out nicely.
This is a driver swing.
Ooh. Left.
A little left.
Not good. Not the miss you want.
Oh.
And again, like, he's got some foot action. I mean, that's like a Scottish Shepherd sort of move. Look at that left foot.
Oh, there you go.
It's moving.
That's how you get speed.
I know.
That's how you create the power.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Pretty strong right hand.
No, it's huge.
Strong grip. Strong
actually,
face.
It's not bad.
It's actually not terrible. He gets pretty low and kind of behind it.
He sort of like comes underneath, like shallows it out almost too much, you know, instead of turning with the upper body, sort of like goes underneath it. So that's probably where the chunk came from. You know?
Yeah, naturally chunking it, you're a little bit too far behind.
Yeah, but I actually like that position on top. I think it's quite good. Got good range of motion there with the hip. Actually, this hand structure is actually quite good.
Yeah, I like that.
Like, all he has to do there is sort of cover it a little bit more. You know?
If you can see.
If he quiets the lower body and covers a little bit more with the top, it could be.
Yeah, you can see the club face being pretty shut at the top.
Yeah, but I don't mind the shut club face.
No, me neither.
It's pretty good.
But it could be that the club face is a little shut, so he's trying to help the ball up a little bit because he feels like if I don't, it's going to come out really low.
Yeah.
And that's why he sort of.
He was not happy with that shot.
No, it'd be interesting to see this one from this angle to see how much he kind of moves this way if he does.
If he does that much, yeah. Again, there's some good potential there. Like it's not. Obviously, that shot was not great, but
maybe work on the contact a little bit. Just,
You know what? I'd love to see their short games. Short game as well. Something that's overlooked by a lot of amateur players, and you can see the amount of shots that they lose around the greens and on the greens. Number one thing, I think, short game.
Yeah.
Golf is like chess. You know, it's not about hitting huge drivers, and obviously it's fun to hit a good long drive, but sort of like plot around the course and sort of play smart and like give yourself a good angle into the green, you know, little things like that. I think that's where people can like sort of gain many shots around.
How's your tennis compared to their golf?
Not good. I wish it was better. He's probably better, but mine's.
I don't really know if the tennis movement really like helps golf. You know, I mean, if you look at Nadal, like he's pretty much hitting a backhand. You know, like he goes like this and then sort of swipes across it. Something that they will all have, and what most athletes really have, is sort of the basic athleticism and the hand-eye coordination, and sort of really the face control that they get to sort of control the face at impact, you know, and that's something that
like
they sort of get.
Understanding the spin and sort of what the face and the ball is doing, and so that's the same in tennis. Obviously, when you hit a ground stroke like this, then it's going to look a little different, face the path and all these things. So I'm impressed, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm really impressed.
As well, yeah.